Most people believe that starting an agency means becoming an expert at web design, video editing, advertising, or social media management. But that is not always true. You can build a remote agency without personally delivering the technical work. Your role is to find clients, understand their problems, connect them with capable specialists, and manage the project professionally. You are not selling your personal labor. You are selling a reliable business system. Imagine a small business owner who needs 10 short videos every month. He does not want to search for editors, explain the same instructions repeatedly, check every file, manage revisions, and worry about missed deadlines. Your agency removes that headache. You collect the information, organize the project, assign the right specialist, review the work, and deliver the final result. The client pays for convenience, accountability, and consistency. That is the real value of an agency. Before going further, understand one important truth. This is not passive income. You may not perform the technical service, but you still have serious responsibilities. You must find clients, create offers, handle sales conversations, select specialists, manage deadlines, solve problems, control quality, and protect the client relationship. You are replacing technical work with management, communication, and decision-making. The work changes. It does not disappear. Your first decision is choosing one service to sell. Beginners often make the mistake of offering everything. They offer websites, video editing, paid advertising, branding, lead generation, and social media management at the same time. That creates confusion. Start with one service that businesses already buy, and that can be delivered remotely. Video editing, website development, graphic design, appointment setting, content creation, and lead generation are all possible options. But choose only one in the beginning. After choosing the service, decide who you want to serve. A general offer sounds weak. We create content for businesses does not feel specific. We help real estate professionals turn raw footage into polished short videos is much clearer. A specific market makes your sales message easier to understand. It also helps you learn the problems, language, expectations, and goals of that type of client. You can expand later. At the beginning, clarity wins. The next step is understanding what clients actually want. Clients do not care about tasks as much as they care about outcomes. A business owner does not really want video editing. He wants more attention, stronger credibility, and more customers. He does not want a new website simply because websites look nice. He wants a website that makes his business look trustworthy and generates inquiries. Your offer should connect the service to a meaningful business result. Sell the transformation, not only the task. You do not need to become the person who performs the service, but you must understand it well enough to sell and manage it. If you sell websites, learn about pages, mobile design, hosting, revisions, forms, and delivery timelines. If you sell video editing, understand captions, formats, quality, turnaround time, revisions, and content structure. Without basic knowledge, you cannot judge quality, answer client questions, or manage the specialist. You do not need mastery. You need operational understanding. Another common mistake is waiting until a client pays you before searching for someone to deliver the work. That creates panic. Instead, build a small talent network before you start approaching clients. Find at least 3 specialists who can perform the service. Review their portfolios, communication, pricing, availability, and delivery time. One can be your main specialist. The others can act as backups. Your agency becomes safer when the entire business does not depend on one person. But do not trust a portfolio alone. A portfolio can look impressive without revealing whether someone is reliable. Before trusting a specialist with client work, give him a small paid test. Watch how he communicates. Notice whether he follows instructions, meets the deadline, asks intelligent questions, and handles feedback professionally. The best specialist is not always the cheapest. Reliable communication and consistent quality are often more valuable than saving a small amount of money. Before contacting clients, create a simple delivery system. Decide how every project will move from beginning to end. The client submits information. Your agency organizes the files. The specialist begins the work. You review the first version. The client gives feedback. The specialist completes the revisions. Then you deliver the final result. A clear process reduces confusion and makes your agency look professional from the first project. Now think about pricing. Your price must cover more than the cost of the specialist. Suppose your specialist charges $500 for a monthly service. You also need to consider project management, sales time, software, payment fees, revisions, emergency problems, and profit. You may decide to sell the service for $1,000 or more, depending on the value and workload. The exact number will vary. The important point is that you are pricing the entire managed solution, not simply reselling someone's labor. You should also avoid building your agency around extreme profit margins. If you pay almost nothing for delivery while charging the client a large amount, you may earn more in the beginning, but poor quality work, constant revisions, and dissatisfied clients can quickly destroy the business. A healthy agency creates value for everyone involved. The client receives a reliable service. The specialist receives fair payment. The agency earns money for finding the client, managing the process, controlling quality, and taking responsibility. A sustainable business is better than one profitable month followed by refunds and complaints. Your offer should also be easy to explain in one sentence. For example, we help local contractors get more professional short-form content without spending hours filming and editing. Or, we help small service businesses launch modern websites without dealing with multiple freelancers. A clear offer tells the prospect who you help, what problem you solve, and what result you support. If your offer needs 10 minutes to explain, it is probably too complicated. Once your offer and delivery process are ready, you need potential clients. Do not message random businesses. Look for companies that clearly need the service you offer. If you sell websites, find businesses with outdated or difficult websites. If you sell video editing, find business owners who publish useful content but present it poorly. If you sell lead generation, look for businesses that depend on a steady flow of new customers. Relevance matters more than volume. Your first outreach message should prove that you paid attention. Do not send a generic paragraph about your agency. Mention one real problem you noticed, and then offer a simple next step. For example, I noticed your recent videos contain useful information, but the openings are slow and the captions are difficult to follow. I have a few ideas that may improve viewer attention. Would you like me to send them? The goal is not to close the sale immediately. The goal is to start a conversation. Your first message should not explain your entire company, every feature, all your pricing packages, and your complete business history. Focus on one relevant problem and one easy next step. You might offer to send an idea, a short audit, a sample, or a quick explanation. Lowering the commitment makes it easier for someone to reply. When a prospect responds, schedule a short discovery call. Do not spend the entire call talking about yourself. Ask questions. What is the business trying to achieve? What is currently not working? What has already been tried? What result would make the project successful? What is the timeline? Who makes the final decision? Your job is to understand the problem before presenting the solution. You should also understand that not every prospect will be a suitable client. Sometimes the budget is too small. Sometimes the timeline is unrealistic. Sometimes the client expects results that the service cannot guarantee. Walking away from the wrong client can protect your agency from future problems. Before accepting any project, define exactly what is included. If you are selling video editing, specify the number of videos, their average length, revision limits, delivery schedule, and the material the client must provide. If you are selling a website, specify the number of pages, features, content responsibilities, revision rounds, and launch timeline. Unclear scope creates endless work. Clear scope creates professional boundaries. Do not begin serious work based only on a verbal promise. For one-time projects, collect an upfront payment or deposit before production begins. For monthly services, payment should normally be collected before the service period starts. Use professional invoices, written agreements, and clear payment terms. You should also keep a financial reserve. If a client delays payment, requests a refund, or asks for unexpected revisions, your agency should not collapse immediately. Professional financial management protects the entire operation. Once the project begins, do not simply forward every client message to the specialist. Turn the client's needs into a clear brief. Organize the files. Provide examples. Set deadlines. Explain the quality standard. Most importantly, create an internal deadline that comes before the client deadline. If the client expects delivery on Friday, Ask the specialist to finish by Wednesday. That gives you enough time to review the work, identify problems, and make corrections before the client sees it. Never send work directly from the specialist to the client without checking it. Your agency must control quality. Review the project against the original instructions. Check accuracy, presentation, formatting, completeness, and technical quality. If it is a website, test the links, forms, mobile layout, spelling, and loading experience. If it is a video, check the captions, audio, timing, branding, visual quality, and export format. Fix obvious issues before the client sees them. The client hired your agency to remove problems, not discover them. Your review process is one of the main reasons the client pays you. Revisions are a normal part of the business, but they need structure. Ask the client to send all feedback together instead of sending separate messages throughout the day. Check whether each request is included in the original agreement. If it is included, manage the revision. If it is new work, explain that it may require additional payment or extra time. Being professional does not mean saying yes to everything for free. After delivering a successful project, do not immediately disappear. Ask whether the client needs ongoing support. A website client may need maintenance. A video client may need monthly content. A design client may need regular creative work. Do not push services the client does not need. But when there is a genuine next step, offer it professionally. Recurring clients create stability and reduce the pressure of constantly searching for new projects. After your offer sells consistently, your specialists deliver reliable work, and your process runs smoothly, you can begin scaling. You might add another specialist, hire a project coordinator, increase your outreach, or serve more clients in the same market. But do not scale a broken process. More clients will not fix unclear pricing, unreliable specialists, poor communication, or weak quality control. More clients will make those problems bigger. Scaling a weak system creates bigger problems. Scaling a strong system creates a real business. Build carefully, improve constantly, then grow. You can start a remote agency without doing the technical work yourself. But you cannot build it without creating value. Your value comes from finding the right client, selecting the right specialist, organizing the process, controlling quality, solving problems, and delivering a reliable result. A weak middleman only passes messages. A strong agency owner creates structure, trust, and accountability. That is the difference between a temporary hustle and a sustainable business. So here is your action plan. Choose one service. Select one target market. Study the service. Find 3 reliable specialists. Test their work. Create a simple offer. Build your delivery process. Find qualified prospects. Start personalized conversations. Do not wait for everything to become perfect. Your first goal is not to build a huge agency. Your first goal is to solve one real problem for one real client. Then improve the system and repeat the process. Subscribe to Middleman Money for practical lessons on client acquisition, outsourcing, pricing, sales, and remote agency growth. Build the connection. Manage the system. Create the business.